This episode of Dueling Ogres is brought to you by Humble Bundle. Click the banner or link in the description below to check out their great book, software, and game bundles, or subscribe to the Humble Monthly, a curated bundle of games sent to your inbox every month for just $12. Prepare yourselves for a battle of epic proportions between two titans. Feast upon their voices and revel in their words. This is Dueling Ogres. Hello, Ogres, and welcome to episode 170. Thank you for joining us, as always, on this unsinkable Tuesday evening, Earth date October 23rd, 2018. I'm your host, Remington Hitchcock. With me, as always, my co-host, Brandon Full. Say hello, Brandon.
Remington, I could not be more happy and jazzed to be here if I had a pig and a poke.
A pig and a poke?
Pig and a poke. A dog and a donkey.
Wait, a pig and a poke is a pig in a bag. A bag is a poke.
Yeah, I love carrying pigs in bags.
Yeah, but what about the donkey thing?
A dog inside of a donkey.
A dog inside of the donkey.
Mm-hmm, like a turducken. It'd be a dogonky.
I mean, I'd try it.
I feel like donkey wouldn't be clean meat.
No, you can eat donkey.
Are you sure?
What do you think most of the beef tacos in Mexico are made out of?
I feel like that's racist, but I can't back up your claims to know for sure.
Well, I mean, you never know. You eat what you gotta eat sometimes.
And they just have a plethora of donkeys in Mexico?
Could be. They call them burros, Brandon. And with us today, we also have the undeniably adorable Bucky. Wait, are you adorable?
I've never been called that since I was born.
I didn't want to go with annoying. I think the first time
you called me annoying last time.
Yeah. So I
You're
had to
switching it up.
I had to make up for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be true. This is all fake news.
Oh.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. Tired.
Yeah. You got off of work and then you drove all the way down here from like up in the lower halves of Ohio's.
Yep.
Yeah.
How long of a drive was it?
About 45 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Give or take.
To be here?
Yeah.
I know.
I had nothing else going on.
I live 10 minutes away, and sometimes I'm like, ugh.
Bucky's just like, what am I doing with my life?
Uh,
Oh, well.
I ask myself that every day.
But you've stepped up your work.
Yes,
game,
I have. I got a new job, and I've left my old job.
Doing something that you enjoy doing.
Yep.
Working with metal and
Yes.
welding and all of
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So
It's
that's
fun.
pretty exciting.
Except for yesterday when I about broke my finger on a drill.
Well, I mean, that's going to happen. Chances are good that you're going to lose an extremity. I know a lot of people don't,
Yeah.
but you might.
Are you calling me a dumbass?
No, I'm just saying that you're unlucky.
Remington is kind of an oracle, too, so.
Yeah. So
Oh, no.
say goodbye to one of your phalanges. Because
I'm
Which
scared.
phalange? Take your pick.
I mean, I almost lost the middle one on my left hand one time.
yeah?
Got in a fight with an angle grinder.
You got to watch out for those things.
Yep. You
I
should
feel
see
like-
the angle grinder.
If I lost a finger, my ring finger on my left hand would be the one I'd want to go.
So you would just be constantly performing the shocker?
Is this the shocker?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you put your thumb in for the shocker.
Well, I mean, it depends on how freaky you want to get, I guess. So what have you been up to, Brandon, other than giving people the shocker wrong all these years?
That's about it, really. No, I hooked up my Xbox. I had a long saga, an interesting journey to get my Xbox account back.
Yeah, so tell us the tale. Spin us a web, Brandon. A web of deceit from Microsoft.
Okay.
Deceit and
It
despair.
was all Bill Gates' fault. The end.
Basically, Bill Gates walked into my house and was like, listen, motherfucker. And he had a gun. It was crazy. I was like, Bill, put that away. You can't have that here. And he was like, I do what I want. And then he fucking shot his own foot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
He didn't even flinch. Turns out metal feet.
Ah, that makes sense.
So my Xbox account was locked out
Yeah.
Because whenever you're not on your Xbox for quite a while, or you move it somewhere else, you have to re-sign into your Xbox account. It's really not that interesting of a story.
Listen, we're here and you're telling it.
We have an hour and a half to fill, and by God, you're telling a story.
That's right. I've got nothing today.
So my account was tied to my professional email address,
Right.
which is hooked to my old phone that died.
Yes.
I can't get into my old phone anymore. I don't remember the password for my professional email, so that's just gone. I'm just locked out of that forever.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, I had the presence of mind to set up my phone to my Xbox account.
Right.
So when I went forgot password, it texted my phone a code, which I could then use to reset my phone.
Right.
Or reset my Xbox account.
Right.
So really took me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it was a harrowing 5 minutes.
It sounds like it. And you got to play some with Bucky?
Yeah. We played some Far Cry 5 and bumble fucked our way through some bases.
Yeah. That's cool.
He was playing a sniper and I had a shotgun. It was the only weapon I had.
Yeah.
So he'd be sniping out, checking out the base, and
then he just comes in out of nowhere, shotgunning
more than
the
once
fuck
I'd
out
hear
of
him
the
going,
place.
"Wait, what the fuck are you doing?"
I got like 10 times at least.
Yeah.
Brandon's not used to playing with people.
I'm killing it with that shotgun though.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
Yeah. But I've been playing a lot of Skyrim again.
Yeah.
Because every night when I go to sleep, I know I've mentioned this to you off air, I watch top 5 Skyrim mods of the week.
Right, right.
An old GameSpot video. There's like probably
a lot
200 of them, yeah. So I watch those to fall asleep to, so it always puts me in the mood to play Skyrim. So I've been playing my heavily modded Skyrim on Xbox.
I do the same thing.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I made a new character. I'm playing straight mage, no armor at all.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really roughing it out there then.
Yeah. The first few levels were pretty tough. I must have a mod that lets me level up faster.
Yeah.
Or just using destruction magic makes me level up really fast. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Because I've shot up in levels. I've played probably put like 7 hours into it so far, my new character, and I'm level 14.
Wow.
So pretty quick.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I've started to get to the point where stuff is dying to me quicker than I'm dying to it.
That's always a fun spot to get to.
Yeah.
I remember my last character, I usually play warrior, and I got to the point where the dragons were just too easy. I was two-shotting them.
Wow.
And then with just a bow, and then I installed a mod that made the dragons harder, and that was a bad idea because then I just kept dying. And then I decided to make a new character, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm uninstalling that mod.
So it was stayed on when you made a new character?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they have a mod that turned the dragons into
Randy Savage?
Randy Savage?
Yeah.
Which was a voice I was doing in the outtakes.
I think that's a PC only.
Yeah, it's
I
not
haven't
on
seen
Xbox.
it on
I'm
Xbox.
guessing they
Right.
can't get the rights to use Randy Savage.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so, brother.
Just like the Thomas the Tank Engine mod, I don't think is on Xbox.
Yeah. I
It
guess that
turns all
makes
the
sense.
dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine.
And it's glorious. What about the Exploding Chickens mod? Is that one in Xbox?
Yeah, it's just called Chicken.
I need it.
My favorite, and I think I've mentioned this before with the ridiculousness of mods,
Yeah.
is I'm running across Skyrim, and it's a beautiful night. There's the Aurora Borealis, and I see a dragon taking flight. I mean, it's idyllic, could be the game cover.
Right.
And then it starts to fly in front of the moon, and that's when I remember that I have a mod that replaces the moon with Bob Ross's head.
That is amazing. I need that.
Nice.
I need that.
And it's like somebody took a JPEG of Bob Ross
Yeah.
and then badly cut it out in Photoshop so you can see like the white line around it.
Nice.
But his head moves with the phases of the moon. So occasionally he'll be upright, but most of the time he'll be like half turned or upside down.
That's funny.
I need that mod now. I didn't know that existed.
So that's what I've been up to.
Well, that's good.
That's a good, where we took a break, that's good for stitching editing.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to say.
You know what I've been up to?
What's that?
Not recording a podcast because I was busy closing my store.
Yeah.
So I'm now jobless,
Mhm.
officially jobless. Signed up for unemployment for the first time ever.
How was that?
Confusing and dumb.
Yeah.
I should have just said fuck it and got a random job somewhere, anywhere, instead of trying to do that.
Yeah, but now you get money for free and you don't have to work.
Oh, yeah. Is that what that's all about?
Yeah.
No, I don't understand.
You can turn it into fun employment.
Oh, I always have fun wherever I'm employed,
Yeah.
except for those times that I don't.
You'll be streaming more, right?
Yeah, I was planning on doing a little bit more streaming, so you can check me out at twitch.tv/Dueling Ogres. I don't know if I'll have any kind of a schedule yet or not, but I did spend the last 2 weeks. I found out not this past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, that we were closing the store. So I had to get everything together, and my assistant manager and our single delivery guy that we had left had to go help with the other 3 stores. So I was left to man my store by myself, which entailed me working 66 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
So did that, was very tired. And then you, Brandon, came actually to help gather up the rest of the store and get it out.
Yeah. I came in at the very end.
Yeah, at
for
the very
easy stuff.
At the very tail end, he just walked in, stood with his hands in his pockets, played with his phone, and then took 1 or 2 things out. No,
I carried stuff.
You
shut your mouth.
You're the one who was setting it up to make it look like you were the lazy ass. But no, Brandon, it was very nice to have somebody show up to help. I rescued Ginger from the cold hands of our puppy to come and help me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was thoroughly thrilled by that. And yeah, that's about it. I got my first massage though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a good stiff rub down today.
Yeah, I did. So this was the first day technically off that I had. Sunday was our last day. I closed and locked up the store, but Monday morning I brought the U-Haul full of stuff that we had loaded up and brought it to my house, and Brandon came over again to help unload that into my house. So that included my severance package and bits and bobs that my boss was just like, I don't give a shit, let's get the fuck out of here. So
you make your boss sound like Dana Carvey's impression of Bob Dole from the 90s.
That's kind of what he sounds like. Yeah. I don't think he listens to the podcast, but he knows what he sounds like.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, so I unloaded that stuff, pretty tired, and today Ginger had scheduled 2 or 3 weeks ago for me to get a massage from somebody that Brandon and I have known for years, but she went to school for massage therapy. So I went out and did that, and it was pretty enjoyable. It was really good, especially considering how much lifting and shit that I've done over the past 3 or 4 days.
So she scheduled it before your store was closed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was good timing then.
Yeah, it is. Or it was. And it's really just because, for a year and a half, I've said, oh, why don't we go, or, I'd really love to get a massage at some point. I don't know. I just want to have that experience. And, we know somebody who does massages, et cetera, and so on. So she finally apparently got tired of hearing me mention it on occasion and just scheduled it out.
Fine, take your damn massage.
Yeah. But it's okay. She got her split ends cut off. So now I smell like grapefruit oil.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It balances out Bucky's pungent odor.
Yes, pungent aroma.
I'm sorry. I had to work a 10-hour shift today.
Yeah.
Almost a 12.
Yeah.
And I was just like, but I have something important to do. And then I came here.
So you lied on your first day at the work.
No, it's my second day.
You lied.
Technically my third, because I
Listen,
worked
Bucky.
my day off from my old job a couple of weeks ago.
You're making this joke real hard.
I know.
Yeah. Hold
That's
on.
the point.
Let me go get the nail gun so we can.
Nail him.
No.
I was going to nail him already.
Whoa.
I need to run.
It's got. No, I was talking about the coffin.
Oh, yeah.
Make it easier for the coffin, but
Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. Was
Yeah.
nailing a coffin.
So you guys brought
Like
stories,
the
right?
Pokemon?
Yeah, nailing a coffin.
Coffin. Who's one of my favorite Pokemons?
I had a friend. This is probably not that funny.
It was probably
anybody
me.
else. No, this was a guy I worked with when I worked at a restaurant who didn't know Pokemon, and he thought the thing's name was Coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he thought it was just always going around going, Coffee! I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but by God, it does.
That's a good story. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
What kind of stories do we have?
I
Do you
have
wanna-
4.
You want to lead off with a story, Bucky?
I
Because
Since
can.
you're a guest?
I brought fuck all because I've been too busy to look at stories.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
I have one that has to do with the word that I picked. for the start of the podcast.
Which was unsinkable for those of you
Yes.
keeping track.
Yes. Titanic 2 resumes construction after financial holdup. Plans to finally set sail in 2020. So apparently they are constructing a full-scale replica of the Titanic, and it's going to go along the originally planned route for the original Titanic, although hopefully this time it won't sink.
Huh.
And if it does, Jack needs to push Rose off the door.
Are they really going with the name Titanic 2?
I don't know if that's the actual name, but that's what the article from USA Today that I found says.
They should title it the USS Fuck You Nature. The USS Spit in the Eye of God.
Hopefully they make the hull out of better steel.
Yeah, it's a big ship, so they have room for it.
Hopefully they have enough lifeboats this time.
Yeah.
So, since we're talking about this Titanic, I went ahead and asked Google what it would cost based on inflation to build the Titanic today. It cost $7.5 million to build it in 1912, which is equivalent to $174 million today. But this Australian billionaire is saying that it's how much?
But for the whole project is about $500 million.
For $500 million. So, I mean...
So that's probably more than just building the thing.
Yeah.
But...
It makes me wonder if he's outfitting it with, like, all of the glitz and glam and glamour of the original. Like, all of the dishes and all of the, the outfitting, the suites.
Because, the Titanic was state-of-the-art at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you'd want to make it state-of-the-art for now.
Right.
I don't know. I could see a bunch of richy riches wanting to be like, oh, look, there's no Wi-Fi. How quaint.
So it's an exact replica of the Titanic, except for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to shove all the minorities down into the boiler room again.
I don't know. They probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
I think, you thought I was going to say should, didn't you?
I did. I thought you were going there.
You thought I was going to make that kind of a joke. Well, I'm not, Brandon, because this is a classy podcast.
It just seems like maybe not a great idea.
To make another Titanic?
And to call it the Titanic.
Why?
Or the Titanic 2.
They couldn't.
Titanic 2.
They could call it the Britannia, and it could be, sunk by the Nazis.
Yeah.
So there are worse ways to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Titanic was pretty bad.
Was it, or did James Cameron just make it look that way?
James Cameron was like pretty spot on with his research for the Titanic movie.
Yeah, but he wasn't as spot on as everybody was led to believe.
He went back and edited the movie so that the stars and constellations were in the right spot in the sky.
After Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, hey, James, you messed up.
Yeah.
On something Neil deGrasse Tyson's kind of a poo-pooer, isn't
he? He's awesome. You shut up. He is a national treasure.
He's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go either way on
We
Neil
have
deGrasse
all
Tyson.
Three viewpoints on this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
National treasure, poo-pooer.
You're a little bit of both.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like,
he's
I'm
there.
Like Switzerland.
Maybe or maybe not.
That's my Swiss accent.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the Alps right now.
You never would have been able to tell what accent it was.
Yeah. It's just vague European.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, there was one thing that James Cameron didn't put in the movie just for story's sake.
That Jack was circumcised?
No.
You didn't make that a plot point. Jack, look at you so confused. Look at your huge uncircumcised penis, Jack. I know, Rose.
That does not sound like Leonardo DiCaprio at all.
He wasn't even British.
I know, I had it cut, I did.
He was American.
I had it chopped off, Rosie.
What the fuck is he now?
Welcome to the Titanic.
Just some cockney asshole, apparently.
But no, apparently there was another ship like 10 miles away from the Titanic that was within eyesight. They could, with their eyes, could see the Titanic on the horizon.
Oh, yeah?
But they didn't go to the Titanic when they shot up the thing because they were like, oh, it's probably some sort of celebration. Even though they had like wireless telegraph things on it.
Uh-huh.
The one, I can't remember the name of the other ship, but the crew for the telegraph had gone to sleep. And the Titanic had a 4-person team manning it 24 hours.
Right.
The other one didn't.
Yeah.
So they were sending like, hey, fucking get over here and help us. That's the reason they underfilled the lifeboats. Because they're like,
'Cause
oh,
they
there's
thought
a
they were
ship
gonna come.
within eyesight of us. They can come and help us. They never came because
wow.
the people went to sleep.
Huh.
Sleep. Ruining things for everybody.
I just figured that they were just like, oh, nope.
Apparently,
Just
they
keep on-
didn't
keep on
realize it
rolling.
was the other ship
It was a
didn't
rowboat.
realize that the Titanic was sinking until it was gone.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, hey, wait, isn't the Titanic supposed to be there? Shit. How are we going to explain this?
they were asleep. They were asleep.
Yeah.
We were real tired. Real tired. Everybody on board was just asleep. It was a long,
Apparently,
long
another
fishing
reason
trip.
that they did just say fuck it and leave was because apparently at that time with the telegraphs, the closer they were together, the louder they were. So with the Titanic being so close, apparently on the other ship it was like a really loud just fuck off noise. So they were just like, hey, fuck you, Titanic. They just turned the thing off and left.
I wonder why we never hear about that part of the story, though.
Because
pretty
the
interesting.
thing that most people base their knowledge of the Titanic on is the James Cameron movie.
I know that's what I do.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And how Jack could have definitely fit on that door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
But we've covered that. James Cameron said it was for story reasons.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he was real shitty about it, too.
He was
Yeah,
like,
he's
it's
like-
for story reasons.
He was
Fuck
like, "It's for
off
script
already.
reasons." It's me, James Cameron.
And this is my script, and I say he couldn't fit on that door. He couldn't.
I wrote it myself.
Oi. All of our English listeners are like, oh my god.
And then I'm here like, that's not what he sounds like.
What's James Cameron sound like?
I'm
Like,
James Cameron.
Like
I
an
like to
older
blow things
white
up.
dude.
Oh,
Not that old.
James Cameron.
Not that old.
stay a while and watch Titanic.
And I only know that because I was a huge fan of the Avatar movie. His Avatar movie, not the shitty Last Airbender.
Do you think that Bucky knows who Deckard Cain is?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably.
He's
not.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard the name somewhere,
I feel
but
like
I can't place it.
the Deckard Cain joke was really lost.
Yeah,
It was.
I feel like it wasn't that great of a joke to begin with. To be fair,
Any Deckard Cain joke is fantastic.
we managed to fit a lot of Deckard Cain jokes into this
We do.
podcast too.
We do. Does that mean that we're just dating ourselves though?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
So-
date myself every night.
Wow. So Deckard Cain, Bucky,
Mhm.
for those who are
Learn
not-
me some.
For those who are not in the know, was the old sage from the original Diablo series by Blizzard
I haven't played that.
Entertainment. Yeah. And then
Don't think I've played anything by Blizzard Entertainment.
Diablo 2 and then Diablo 3.
I've heard of those.
And he's also makes an appearance in Heroes of the Storm, actually.
As a playable character.
Yep. He is in Heroes of the Storm. Stay a while and listen. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah.
He sounds kind of like a Patrick Stewart / Sean Connery.
He also
Mix.
needs metal helmets, right?
Yeah. I need a metal hammer. I need a headpiece. I need a heraldic staff.
I have the first two things in my car.
Stay a while and listen.
Do you really have a headpiece in your car?
Oh, I mean, I have a welding helmet.
I mean,
Oh,
that
that's fair.
counts, yeah.
That is a headpiece.
It is. Absolutely it is. And he's wearing a hat. And he has another hat in his pocket.
My God, you are just flush with headpieces.
You
Normally,
are.
I'm flushed with knives, but you know.
Oh,
And then he
learned
just
a little more about Bucky today.
Yeah. There's a knife there's a knife on each leg.
No, not today. I was too tired to put
Well,
it
then
on
you're
my
not
belt this
flush
morning.
with knives, right?
I said
now.
normally I am, but today I'm not.
Oh, I didn't catch the normally part. Did
Yeah.
he say normally?
He did say normally.
Fuck.
You just tuned him out because you find him annoying.
Or I thought it was
You
adorable.
son of a bitch. I almost repeated myself. Bastard.
So what do you got, Brandon?
Brie Larson, who was playing Captain Marvel,
Yes.
has signed on to star in 7 MCU movies.
Holy
Damn.
balls.
Yeah.
Well,
So they're making is that on par with what we have going
The-
forward?
well, as a resident Marvel guy, I probably look into a lot of the stuff more than you.
Talk it up, nerd boy.
But I know with like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth, their contracts were originally for 6 movies.
Right.
Infinity War and Avengers 4 counted as one because it was like part 1 and 2 at the time.
Right.
And I know Sebastian Stan is an outlier. He is on there for something stupid like either 9 or 16.
Okay.
Jesus.
I've heard both.
And he is Bucky.
Bucky Barnes, yeah.
Okay.
but I mean, 7 sounds right. I mean, from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be a decent movie.
Mm. Oh yeah, I'm excited for the movie.
I'm more excited for it than I was for Wonder Woman.
To be fair, the Avengers has had a rotating cast of superheroes anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In the timeline of Marvel, so I think it's fair that we see not just standalone movies but also Avengers movies that have a rotating cast as well.
Do you think they'll have Captain Marvel join the Avengers?
Oh yeah, that's going to be Avengers 4.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
They're-
well, okay.
See, ask an intelligent question, get an intelligent answer.
And then you hit your baby. It's almost like the sage like hitting of the pipe, like Gandalf style.
Yeah.
But less impressive.
Less impressive. I've got more technology in this thing than Gandalf had in his magical wand.
But he had old Toby,
staff.
Yeah, he had
the
old
finest
Toby.
weed in the South Farthing.
I mean, I have a wizard's pipe around here somewhere.
You have a dragon's claw. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I have both of those.
Oh yeah.
I have a Meerschaum dragon's paw that I painted with acrylics. That's the material that the pipe bowl is made out of.
Meerschaum?
Meerschaum, yes.
Is that related to meerkats in any way?
No, unfortunately.
No, it's literally
Much to our
it's
chagrin.
literally just a bunch of meerkat shins all into one,
Aye,
just
classic
crushed together
Meerschaum.
into a material. Only the shins.
Meerschaum.
I actually have another Marvel story.
Yeah, let's go on with
Meerschaum is made from a mineral sapiolite, whatever that is. It's basically made out of a rough stone.
a made-up mineral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meerschaum. Anyway, go ahead with your other story.
Have you watched Luke Cage and Iron Fist?
I have not watched Iron Fist or Luke Cage.
No.
No,
You should. They're very good.
neither have I.
Well, this doesn't have anything to do with the story, so it's okay. I can talk about
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay.
Both of them were canceled.
Oh, really?
Yes, Iron Fist got canceled a few weeks ago after season 2 got released. And like from what I've seen, so I haven't finished season 2, but it's great. Way better than season 1.
Well, I was going to say season 1 started off really rocky.
It
anyway.
was season 1 was okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't on par with like Daredevil,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it. And Luke Cage was really good. Season 2 I thought was way better than season 1.
Yeah. See, that's the problem with these, especially these Netflix.
Have you
style
seen
ones.
season 1 of Luke Cage?
No, I haven't seen any
Okay.
of them, but these you gotta lead off with a strong foot.
Mhm.
Like just because people have Netflix doesn't mean that they want to binge watch your show. You have to start off with a really good, solid, strong story.
Luke Cage season 1 did that. Started off really strong with a great villain,
Yeah.
and about halfway through they changed the villain.
Ah.
And it was like that was also a good story, but it wasn't as good as the first half.
Right.
It would have been a better thing to end the first season with, and then that's what you went into season 2 with. Season 2 only had one villain all the way through.
Yeah.
But
Was it
anyway,
the continuation of the villain
No.
from 1? Okay.
that's still out there somewhere. Well, I guess not anymore.
Yeah.
There are a couple of things people are thinking that since both of them got canceled, and in the comics they make up a team called Heroes for Hire.
Right.
So people think maybe that's why they both got canceled, because both of the
Okay.
shows were kind of meh
Yeah.
viewer wise. So they're like, and one of the better episodes of Luke Cage season 2 had to do with Iron Fist too.
Right.
Did
so
he make an appearance?
Maybe.
so heroes
yes.
for so Heroes for Hire is Luke Cage,
Mhm.
Iron Fist.
Those are the only
just
two
those
that I
two.
know of.
Oh, is it just those two?
I believe so.
I thought there
You're
was.
thinking of
there
the
might be-
Defenders.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You're right.
So that's one thing people are thinking of. Another is that they are all of the Netflix shows are eventually going to be canceled after their prospective seasons are out there, and then everything's going to be moved to the Disney streaming service.
Oh, which does make sense
Yeah.
too.
And then the third prevailing theory is that it was Thanos.
Who got rid of half of the shows?
Yep. Perfectly balanced, as
Yeah,
all
I've
things
s-
should be.
I've seen references to that.
I like that really awkward silence that I'm totally gonna leave in.
Yeah. I think Heroes for Hire makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because the two of them had a great dynamic in Defenders, and the crossover episode in Luke Cage season 2 that Iron Fist showed up in. It was a really good dynamic between
Whoa,
the two.
whoa! Spoilers!
Were you guys gonna watch it anyway?
No.
Not listen. I gotta look out for my listeners, okay, Bucky? You got a lot,
Most of them have probably seen it
you
if
got-
they want to.
You got a lot of nerve coming
Okay.
on my show and dropping these kind of spoilers, Bucky.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
What about the last time when I was on your show and all I did was drop spoilers?
Listen, we warned people about that beforehand. Anyway,
Just cut in. Hey, just in post, just cut spoiler warning. Just put that in front of this.
nah, I don't have time
Okay.
for that.
So you're just gonna leave
all the time in the world for that now.
You're
You don't have a
unemployed
job.
now.
Shit.
You're right.
You've run rings around me logically.
But yeah, I think that would be interesting. I do think that they're eventually going to move them to the Disney service. And then hopefully maybe once that's done, they can show up in the movies.
That would be cool to see, like
Mm.
Matt Murdock or Luke
Yeah.
Cage in the movies.
Because a lot of people I've heard that when they say, oh, I want a crossover, it's like, oh, I want a Daredevil crossover with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then Rocket just shows up with Jessica Jones. And I'm just like, okay, one, I cannot think of a single scenario where that would make sense without some really weird prior scenario going
to be
on.
fair, they do that in comics all the time.
I mean, yeah, but still.
hey, okay, we're running low on shit. Let's slap this guy and this guy together. Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
That's 90% of 90s comics.
Yeah, but that's 90s comics. We don't talk about 90s comics. The way I would like to see them crossed over is, let's say there's a Spider-Man movie, maybe the third Spider-Man, where he has to go up against Kingpin, who is already in Daredevil, so they just get Vincent D'Onofrio to play him.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man gets fucked over by Kingpin, so he hears about this guy who successfully took him down, and he lives in Hell's Kitchen. So he goes and sees Daredevil. I feel like that would be an organic way to cross it over.
That was my first thought, was Spider-Man and Daredevil, because
Mhm.
they make such a good team in the comics.
And they're
Yeah.
both like street level New York heroes.
Yeah.
Well, those are all very interesting speculations,
Yes.
at least. So,
Yeah.
do you have any other Marvel news before we move on?
Kind of. It's comic book news.
Okay.
Comic book movie news.
Not
Not
necessarily
necessarily
Marvel?
Marvel, but kind of Marvel.
Okay.
So we all know James Gunn got fired.
Yeah.
He is now been hired by Warner Brothers to write and direct Suicide Squad 2.
So it might actually be good.
Hopefully, because when I saw the first Suicide Squad, it really felt like they were just trying to copy the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, that's basically what had happened. They fired off the writers early on, and
Yeah.
just
We're just like, hey, this movie works. And I love when studios do this. They look at the movie that works and be like, oh, it's because it's a bunch of weird characters.
Yeah.
No, it's because it's a good story.
Yeah.
About a bunch of weird characters.
Guardians of the Galaxy was a great movie, and it had a dance-off in it.
yeah.
Yes. Suicide
all you
Squad
really need.
was hot garbage. Suicide Squad lost me as soon as they played some of the same songs from the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
Seriously?
Yeah. I can't remember what songs exactly, but because it's been forever since I've seen Suicide Squad, I only saw it once.
Yeah. Once is all you need, true believers.
But as soon as some of the same songs were played, I was just like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
As soon as that happened, I was brought out of the movie.
You could tell after like their second or third trailer released, and
Mhm.
suddenly they were very heavy on nostalgic music,
Yeah.
that they were basing it off of Guardians of the
Mhm.
Galaxy hardcore.
Yeah. Which I think we actually talked about.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We cover everything. We are prolific.
Yes. That's a word for us.
Yes.
It
On this
is.
prolific Tuesday evening. For the people who can't see this, we're just all really weirdly smiling at each other for no reason.
I'm jacked up on caffeine right now. Jacked up on Mountain Dew. But I say, to go back to it, good on Warner Brothers for hiring James
Exactly.
Gunn.
That's what I was hoping would happen. Because Marvel severely fucked up by firing
Disney.
him. Disney did, but Marvel didn't even, from my understanding, like Kevin Feige and the rest of Marvel Studios didn't even try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently they walked in and just sat there.
Did you see that Dave Bautista wants to be in Suicide
Yeah,
Squad
as soon
now?
as that was announced, he tweeted like, hey, James, where do I sign up? He's been one of the ones who's very against the Disney firing James Gunn.
And he
yeah.
Which-
has not been hidden about it.
he's
at all.
yeah, he's like they all came out with that letter that was like, hey, Disney, you done fucked up. But then he's the one who's continued it.
Yeah.
The rest of them haven't really said a whole lot on it, but Bautista has said a lot on it.
Yeah.
And it's not like I disagree with him. Marvel messed up.
Yeah.
And at least they're using James Gunn's script.
Oh,
if
are
they
keeping
they
it?
are keeping the script. They've said they're keeping the script, which I was like, as long as they do that, I'm still mad, but at least they're continuing his story.
Yeah. Well, he'll still get paid
Yeah.
because of that.
And like they have to give him writing credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Did they officially announce that they're bringing on the director of Thor Ragnarok, or is that still
That's a
rumors?
rumor, and then I saw another rumor recently that was like they're eyeing some female director,
Okay.
which
Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
really important.
as long as the director's good, I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
Like if they bring on Taika Waititi, sweet. Like Thor Ragnarok was amazing.
Yeah.
If there was another director who I think could pull off a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, it would be him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, that Thor Ragnarok script was strong.
And it was
The bits and pieces that I've seen of it are really enjoyable.
you need to
Yeah.
watch the whole thing. It's glorious.
Don't tell me what to do, Bucky.
It's
I am
glorious.
an adult male.
Okay, I am too. Legally.
So while we're on the track of Disney making huge mistakes, I have a
Mhm.
Disney story.
Okay.
Yay.
The Aladdin teaser trailer. Did you watch it?
I did.
I saw that too.
What did you guys think of it?
Let's watch it again.
Okay.
Yes, because I have not seen it, and well, I've seen it, but it's been a couple weeks.
I was gonna say you just literally just said I've seen that.
But I haven't though. Do you know who's playing the genie?
Will Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was the one who tweeted it out.
You know who's playing the Jasmine?
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Yes.
Naomi Scott.
Yeah, she was the Pink Ranger in the Power Rangers movie that
Yeah.
just came out last year, which was a good movie.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have recognized the music from that.
Like the first time you watched it.
Oh, just the music. I feel like I should recognize it from Aladdin.
That was
but
Friend
I
Like
don't.
Me.
It's been forever since I've seen Aladdin.
And the opening was the Aladdin theme song,
Yeah.
Prince Ali.
Yeah.
Duh.
Friend like me. You ain't never had a friend like me. Ha!
God, Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie.
It is right up there for me. It's such a toss-up because it is a glorious, glorious movie, but I really have a hard time stacking anything up against The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, really?
Right?
Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
But to be fair, The Emperor's New Groove was not a musical,
Mhm.
whereas almost all of your other Disney movies are.
Yeah.
So we have Naomi Scott playing Jasmine. You can go to IMDb and actually see who all is going to be in it. And playing Aladdin, we have Mena Massoud, who was born in Egypt,
Oh.
but was raised in Canada for the most part. So,
So he's
Okay.
a cheater.
and the true weird decision, I guess, is Will Smith as the voice of the genie.
no, I think he's going to be the genie.
Is it the genie?
Yeah, because
I mean,
I think
it's
I
live
remember.
action.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't.
I
have
think I
a,
saw him doing him in like a mocap type setup
Yeah.
on an Instagram post. I think.
Well, I mean, if he's in mocap, then I guess you would. I mean, it's going to be magic, obviously.
It's
so
gonna it's gonna use his face because he's gonna be the reason. He's going to be one of the big selling points marketing wise of this movie.
well, yeah, because it's Will Smith.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
from the casting list, he's the only big name that I recognized. I recognize Naomi Scott, but that's only because of Power Rangers.
Is there going to be the monkey in it?
There better be.
Abu?
Played by Andy Serkis.
That wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah. Man, Andy
Andy,
Serkis.
I hate to break it to you, buddy. I'm your agent. I'm your agent, Andy Serkis. We got another monkey part for you.
Enough with the monkey parts.
It's at least going to be the same size as me, right?
I'm not seeing any lists of Abu.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, he's probably going to be in the movie. Probably
At
be
least
played
in
by Andy
acting.
Serkis.
There's going to be a monkey at some point. He's going to give it an apple. It's going to be cute, and the monkey's going to run away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Iago in it.
Well, we saw a parrot, a macaw.
Yeah, but I mean,
A
That
very
doesn't
colorful
necessarily mean
bird.
anything.
that's got to be a nod to it at least. Or
Yeah.
it is a nod to it. But in the original Aladdin, it was Jafar who led Aladdin to the cave of wonders.
Yes, this is true.
And he had Iago with him, I think.
And playing Jafar, yeah, he did. And playing Jafar is Marwan Kenzari, so another actor who we're not particularly familiar with.
It's cool to see that they're actually casting actors who look the part of something that takes place in Arabia.
Yeah, for sure.
Agrabah.
Yeah. It's nice to not see another instance of whitewashing and
Scarlett Johansson playing Jasmine.
yeah. Yeah. Like she played in
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, thank you. Yeah.
I saw a meme the other
Wow.
day. I don't know if you guys knew about the live action The Last Airbender Netflix series.
Mm.
And it was like they announced that it's gonna not be a whitewash cast, and then they were like, cast as Aang is, and then it was a picture of bald Scarlett Johansson.
The live action movie wasn't exactly
was-
whitewashed.
Mm,
It was just bad acting.
it was terrible.
And the story was just
That-
a retelling of the cartoon.
And it was a
story.
very poor retelling of it.
Well, I think that circles back to the actors, to be perfectly honest. They were very
Or the
stilted and
writing.
wooden. I don't know. The beat for beat, the fucking story was the same.
I mean,
It was just condensed.
that was the first movie I ever walked out of a theater and was like, that was bad. I apologize to my mom for making her spend money on that.
That's funny.
What
So-
did she think of it?
She fell asleep.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
But apparently, I know we were talking about Aladdin, but since we're talking about Last Airbender series, apparently the original creators of the TV show are going to be doing the Netflix series.
Yeah.
And apparently it is just going to be a retelling of the show.
Oh, wow.
They said it's going to be more in depth, which
Avatar: The Last Airbender ran for like 7 seasons, didn't it?
it was
Or 5?
It was 3 books. I don't know if they split them up into seasons or not, because I never watched everything on TV,
Yeah.
because I got into it late.
Yeah. Let's circle back to Aladdin, though.
Yeah.
What do you think of Will Smith as the genie? I mean, he has the comedy chops.
Oh, yeah, I think he'll do well.
Yeah. Do you think that the part will be a comedy part?
I mean, it has to be. The genie was
Yeah,
such
it
a
was
big
in the
part of
original.
comedy.
Yeah.
And they're using the same script. That actually brings me to my real story. I just wanted to ask if you guys had seen the trailer.
Right. Now that we've circled back to it.
The original writer, one of the original writers of the script, Terry Rossio, has
Yep.
slammed Disney for not giving him any compensation for the script he wrote.
Oh, wow.
They are using the script from the original Aladdin cartoon and have given him no money or writing credits for it.
Wow. So they're remaking the live action movie using the original script. That's weird.
I don't
That's
know
why
if I
think
like
the
that.
genie's going to be a comedy character because they're using the same fucking script.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Didn't Robin Williams like improvise
that's what I was
most
gonna
of his
say.
bullshit?
He
Yeah.
ad-libbed like 78% of it, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, the stuff he ad-libbed was probably like where he's doing celebrity impressions and stuff.
Yeah. I would like to see
I don't
like
know.
to see Will Smith's celebrity impressions of some of those guys.
I don't know if I like that, because I feel like with some of the live action stuff, they should at least either add something to it or change something to make it different. So it's not like, oh, I already have the original cartoon. Why would I go watch this other one?
Yeah, to be fair, they're probably changing some stuff. I'm sure they're
Hopefully.
not following the script from beginning to end without any sort of change.
'Cause-
Yeah.
But the writer, Terry Rossio, said this on Twitter. So strange that the only words spoken in the new Aladdin trailer happened to be a rhyme that my writing partner and I wrote, which
Yeah.
is the diamond in the rough thing.
diamond in the rough.
And Disney offers zero compensation to us or to any screenwriters on any of these live action remakes.
Yeah.
Not even a t-shirt or a pass to the park. Apparently he asked Disney if he could at least get a pass, like a pass to the park
Yeah.
for being a writer, and they said no.
What?
I'm guessing that's Disney lawyers
Yeah.
who are like, give them nothing.
Yeah, sure. Do not give him anything.
When the animated series contract was written, nothing was contracted for live action. I know we've talked about this a lot the past couple of episodes with the Witcher writer, and
Yeah.
we had another example of it, I don't remember, about people not thinking through their contracts.
Right.
Now, at the time in the 90s, I assume you're just happy that you're getting a script written for Disney.
Yeah.
And this guy probably is a professional scriptwriter, so I'm
Mhm.
sure this wasn't his big break or whatever.
Yeah. And
But the last thing on his mind going in contractually is going to be a live action version of Aladdin.
yeah,
Mhm.
which is full of magic and mystery and all of that, which
Yeah.
is just not doable at that time.
Yeah.
Or maybe Disney even left it out knowing. I mean, Disney is pretty far ahead as far as technology goes.
Yeah.
Maybe they knew or had an idea, hey, if this Aladdin does well, we'll do a live action Aladdin.
I think they're more just capitalizing on the nostalgia.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Oh, absolutely.
And speaking of like Disney companies, I know this, but I know the Marvel, they have their movies planned up until like 2030.
Yeah.
So Disney would have at least had in mind to maybe do that in the future at the time.
So this guy, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I do. But at the same time, it's kind of what we've come to the consensus of is like, you sign a contract. Unfortunately, that contract is what you're contracted to do. You're contractually contracted.
What you're contracted to get paid for?
Which was the script for the animated movie.
Yeah.
Not the script for the live action.
It does seem weird that they're
even though it's
using the animated script that he wrote.
Yeah.
And he said that this has happened with other live action films like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
That they use the original script, but the original scriptwriter didn't get credit or compensation for it.
Yeah.
Because in the contract, they weren't.
I was going to mention Beauty and the Beast because while I had actually watched, I have a 5-year-old sister, so I watched the cartoon with her, and then I saw that the live action was on Netflix, so I was like, and we watched it. A lot of it was the same, and I'm not saying that it wasn't, but they did add some things. Like in the live action, have you seen it?
No.
They added something to do with Belle's mom.
Yeah.
They explained it.
Being a serial killer?
No.
And that's just it. I mean, using the original script doesn't mean that there won't be more stuff in it.
Yeah.
Because the original script might have had more that was cut for time, cut for the audience, In the 90s...
Or it was just too expensive to animate.
In the 90s, those movies were... that's part of it. And they were made for a different audience, where we had a lot shorter movies throughout that time. So the 70s, we had like 3 or 4 hour movies. And then Hollywood really cracked down and started putting out, 1.5 hour, 2 hour movies. And then we started coming back around to these 2.5 hour movies where you can get a little more story in. So now we can take these original scripts that may have had to have things cut for time or budget. Now they can have their due diligence paid into the live action versions.
Yeah.
But not pay the writers.
Yeah, but not pay the writers for that contribution that they wrote so many years ago.
But Disney is an evil, evil corporation.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they're just like, why are you doing this? You can't do that. Yes, we can, because we're Disney. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Bucky, quit touching a mic.
I'm sorry, it was an accident.
You want to hear? I'll toss this out to you. You want to hear about Robot? You want to hear about Mice? You want to hear about Fortnite?
Either of the first two.
All right, let's go with Fortnite then.
Fuck.
Okay. Epic Games, who makes Fortnite, is suing 2 YouTubers named Golden Mods and Eccentric because on Golden Mods' gaming channel, he's shown cheating. He shows how to cheat.
Yeah.
And he also is selling cheat tools via his website. Epic Games says it violates the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, the DMCA, and is going after alleged profits from cheating as well as damages and court costs.
Okay, I'm actually interested in this.
Yeah, I'd heard about this story.
I haven't because I don't like Fortnite.
And it's interesting because really what most game developers would do when somebody was publishing glitches or publishing workarounds within their game, they'd just go in and patch it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that Epic is going after them legally and publicly legally as well. Because, I always tend to circle back to Blizzard, but Blizzard's about the one that I know the most about when it comes to the gaming industry.
Yeah.
They've gone after people for various reasons when it comes to legal
stuff.
Legal repercussions for doing something in game, like selling your account to somebody or buying an account, decking it out and then selling it for profit, that sort of thing, because that violates their terms of service.
Well, part of what that does that I think Epic Games is going after them for is it violates the integrity of the game.
Yeah.
Like selling your account should not be that big of a deal.
Right.
But it gets Blizzard into a weird position where now I feel like Blizzard, in that example you gave, just feels cut out from the money. That's why they don't want the account being sold.
Yeah.
Part of it is people are making money off of their product that they don't get a cut of.
Yeah.
If they could figure out a way to make that work legally, I don't know if they would or not, but
Well, they did by having those level
the gold.
boosts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So,
but that's what I think it goes back to with Epic Games is it's more the integrity of the game.
Yeah.
Because Fortnite is free to play.
Yeah.
Clearly, fucking everybody in the world knows what Fortnite is and knows about Fortnite now.
Yeah.
I feel like Fortnite has eclipsed Minecraft in popularity.
It's not free to play. The Battle Royale mode is free to play.
Yeah, you're right. But that's the only Fortnite everybody knows about.
Yeah,
they don't
sure.
know about the tower defense working together part of Fortnite.
Right.
The paid part. That a
I didn't
team
even know
worked
that was
on.
a part.
Yeah, that's the paid version of Fortnite
Yeah.
for like $60 or $30, whatever it is. Is like that's why
Mhm.
Fortnite has building in it, is because the actual Fortnite game is a tower defense game
Okay.
where you break down buildings and build
Okay.
up,
Yeah.
make turrets and shit. So yeah, I think that it has to do with the integrity of the game.
But at the same time, circling back to the Blizzard example, it happened and it was reported on, but they always kind of just made it subtle and disappear and be like, yeah, you can't do this, but that's just how we do things and we go about our day. This has become a very like, oh, this is a thing that they're doing, and some people are of the mind, oh, fuck them for doing this. I think I'm in a weird position because if this dude is profiting off of it, then it circles back to the Blizzard thing where you were talking about, where Epic's not getting a cut, so the only reason they have a dog in this hunt is because they're not getting a cut.
Yeah, they're selling their cheating
Mhm.
tools through their website.
Yeah, so legally shut down the website, absolutely, but do they have a right to sue him for showing the
And here's my question.
actual-
Do you know the title of the video?
The title. This
The-
was an entire channel devoted to
Just the cheating.
yes.
Okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. What if, let's say, I were to play Fortnite, which never do, but let's say I did that. I found out how to cheat. And let's say I uploaded a video showing me cheating, but I didn't title it cheating and I didn't put anything in the tags that say it had to do with cheating. I just did it in the thing. And you could very clearly tell how I was doing it, but I didn't directly say. Do you think that would have caught on to their radar?
I think that there would have been a cease and desist. They probably would have said, hey, because they have
Mhm.
that legal right.
Yeah.
If you are putting up a video of their property
Mm.
on YouTube, at any point, they can just say, no,
Yeah.
you can't put up that video. Nintendo does it all the time.
I mean,
Yeah. Here's what I don't think I've made clear enough in this story is this isn't an exploit that they're doing. These are
Yes.
actual tools that they have created
Right.
that they sell via their website that they are showing how to use on YouTube.
Right.
So this is a third-party program they're running that's allowing them to cheat.
Yeah.
This isn't like, hey, I found out if you go into this corner of
Okay.
this room, you're invincible.
Okay.
This is run this plugin in the background of Fortnite and you'll be able to
Okay.
rocket jump across the world or whatever it is. I
Yeah.
didn't read in far enough.
And I hadn't quite got there yet. I was just using the exploits as a stepping stone to get there.
Okay.
But that, absolutely. They're well within their rights to. Nobody should be pissed off at Epic for going after these dudes for writing
Yeah.
a program to run in the background to take advantage of
Yeah.
their game.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, and I keep using the word integrity of the game, but especially as something like Fortnite, which is, like I was saying, free to play.
Yeah.
They make so much fucking money from skins and
Mhm.
people buying, especially younger kids.
And even if it is,
Season
since it is
passes
free
and
to
all of that,
play,
yeah.
but you get, they're making the majority of their money from the free Battle Royale, not the paid tower defense
and they're
version,
making so much
because they're
money.
buying skins or weapons, or I don't know how the game works.
Season
But
passes is
Yeah.
primarily what it is.
But if you're trying to play this game, if you're wanting to play a free to play game and wanting to get better, especially as a kid, you suddenly see this YouTube channel where, hey, I can pay $50 and just cheat.
and
And
be
then you
good.
happen to be in game and you see somebody who's like, I just shot that dude in the head 10 times and he didn't die and he one-shotted me with a pistol.
Yeah.
That violates the integrity, and that makes you, or at least it would make me, less likely to
Yeah.
want to play the game, where I'd
Yeah.
be like, okay, so people can just pay $50 and just fucking cheat?
Yeah.
Like, why am I playing this game and trying to get better and trying to hit that number one spot
Yeah.
if I could be playing against somebody who just can't die?
Especially considering how many Battle Royale games are out there now.
Mhm.
I think
You know?
Black Ops 4 has a battle royale mode.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Blops. Blops. Somebody called it blops in our gaming chat the other day, and I was
That's
like,
amazing.
That's
That is amazing.
That is a great.
And gross term for it.
Yep. Blops. Blops 4.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I think that they should definitely go after this for whatever they can, because you're right. It does just stomp all over the integrity of the. I mean, I have a rough enough time whenever I decide to jump on and play for a few minutes with whoever. The only time I ever play Fortnite is if I'm playing with a bunch of people from the team.
Yeah.
From Lurk Squad. So.
And you still just get wrecked.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can't build to save my life. I can't really shoot that well. It's pretty rough, but I have a good time anyway. And that's really the only reason I play it. It's just so I can play with people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's my epic game story.
What do you got, Bucks?
I actually just thought of another one too.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about Mega Millions?
Like
how the jackpot's at like $1.6 billion?
Yeah.
Which I think it's the highest amount in ever.
Yeah. In ever?
Yes, ever. It's like the highest amount ever.
Yeah.
Have you guys bought your tickets?
No. Because the chances of winning are so small. It's not even worth
but there's
the
still that
astronomical.
chance.
Yeah.
I bought some tickets.
Well, good luck, Bucky.
I mean, hey, paying $6 for a few chances to win $1.6 billion.
I was behind a guy at the gas station today when I was getting coffee before I came over here who bought $100 in tickets.
He bought 50 tickets?
He bought 50 tickets. Then he bought $20 worth of $2 scratch-off tickets. And then he bought two $10 lottery tickets.
Okay, yeah, that type of lottery plan I don't understand.
Yeah.
The only reason I bought the tickets was because the jackpot's so high.
Yeah, and it's fun to think about.
Yeah. And be like, oh, if I win, what would I do?
Would you take the lump sum or would you take the...
I don't know how I'd do it. I'd talk to an accountant before I did anything.
Okay, so here's your two choices are lump sum or get paid over time.
Yeah.
They take fewer taxes if you get paid
Yeah.
over time. But with the lump sum, once
you
your
have
once your
a
taxes,
bunch of fucking money.
Yeah.
Even if it isn't
So the question
over
is,
$1 billion.
are you savvy enough to invest that lump sum? That way you can turn it into even more money. Or are you content with just getting, I mean, $1.6 billion over the next, what is it, 30 years or 20 years? I don't know.
I don't know.
Something like that. I'm not
Either
sure.
way, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money every year just to, you'd still never have to work again.
Yeah.
I would take the yearly or the monthly or however they do it.
Yeah, at that point, I would probably take that as well.
I don't think I could trust myself because I heard somebody say, I don't know if the number's correct, but say that after taxes, you'd be looking at like 900 million or something.
Still, that's...
I mean, I think it's close to 40% that they take.
Yeah, they take a shit ton. But $900 million. You get $900 million now, or you get like, what, $10,000 a month? $20,000 a month for the rest of your life.
It'd be more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would take that every time because I'm not going to trust myself with $900 million
right
to just suddenly have.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'd just put it into an account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be able to buy whatever I wanted at any time, but I would see no end in sight.
Yeah. I mean, I have the few things that I would do if I were to have that much money, but it doesn't even scratch it doesn't even get to $1 million.
Yeah.
What I would definitely use
I'm
it for.
not creative enough to spend $1 million.
You would have like a top of the line computer though.
Yeah, that I would do.
you would buy a lot of tech, I think.
Brandon could buy NASA.
I could buy NASA
Ooh.
and then give it over to JAXA.
Yeah.
Where I work.
I don't know. Whenever somebody asks if you had $1 million, what you would spend it on, I really don't know.
I'm very basic. I'm just like, pay off my student loans, get my credit card paid up.
Yeah, pay off.
Buy
my
a house,
shit,
get a car,
then,
put whatever's left into the savings account.
Yeah, we're lame, Bucky.
I know.
We are super lame.
And then there's a bunch of other people like, I'd buy all the drugs and hookers. It's like, no.
Yeah, I was in the gas station yesterday, and there was a huge line, so everybody was talking about what they do if they bought money or if they got that money.
If they bought money.
Yeah.
And one of the guys, shut up, Bucky.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're buying money. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, fuck you, Bucky.
And one of the guys was like, "I just start doing heroin." He was like, I'd have $1 billion. I'd just say fucking start doing heroin. And somebody else was like, "You die within a week." And he was like, "Yeah, fuck it, but I die with $1 billion."
Can't argue with that logic.
I mean,
guess.
he's not wrong. He's stupid, but he's not wrong.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then another guy, of course, was like, "I'd buy a weed dispensary."
Yeah, because weed, brah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, brah, weed, brah, dude, brah, brah, that, brah.
That's exactly what he said.
That's me revving up my bong.
Upshifting and downshifting. Yeah, your bong.
Yeah. All right, Brandon, you lead us out with another one, and we'll finish up with Bucky's, and then you have one more, or after that, or what?
My robot story is not really a story.
Okay,
It was just about the Boston Dynamics robot Atlas. This video went around like a month ago.
Okay, what
I
is
haven't heard
this?
about
I
it.
didn't, yeah.
You've seen videos of this. Boston Dynamics has a robot named Atlas. They've been showing videos since like 2014. It's like the bipedal robot,
Uh-huh,
and they taught it how to walk,
uh-huh,
and then they taught it how to do a backflip.
uh-huh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I
at
have
all?
no idea. what you're
Vaguely, I
talking
mean,
about.
I've seen...
Go
I've
on
seen-
YouTube. This video is like a minute long.
Don't tell him what to do.
Shut up, Bucky. Don't tell
Okay.
Brandon.
Yeah, Bucky. Don't tell Remington what to do. Search.
This one.
I've seen that.
Yeah, but
before.
that's not the video.
This is
There's
the
a specific
that
video
we're
I'm going to
watching.
talk
This
about.
is the one.
No, that's not the video I want
This
to talk
is
about.
the
That's
Uptown Split.
That's a pupper.
No, go to YouTube.
Atlas 2013.
Go to YouTube, Remington.
This one?
No.
Hardcore robot.
Yes, that's it, actually.
It's
Yeah,
not
watch
YouTube,
this shit.
Remington.
This is old news. This is like a month old, but still. Look how realistic these robots look.
Right?
It's impressive.
Totally not mad at all.
Yep. They just have built this robot
What
enough that
the
it can just run up
fuck?
steps itself. It can maneuver obstacles and climb things up to half its height just by jumping.
It took him 20 attempts, but I don't know if I could do it in 20 attempts.
That's what it looked like a year or two ago. Figuring out how to get it to walk through.
Snow and over uneven terrain. These are my favorites when they have to be a dick to the robot.
Yeah. Well, what they were doing
All right,
there...
robot, pick up the box. No, come on. Pick up robot, come on. Come on, robot, pick up the box.
Why aren't you
Robot,
picking it up?
Robot. Because you keep moving it with a fucking stick, that's why! Fuck you!
So yeah, that's just the video I wanted you to see.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
I,
Yeah.
for one, will welcome our new robot overlords.
It's 5 feet tall and weighs 165 pounds, and it uses LiDAR,
Yeah.
which I'd never heard of.
You've never heard of LiDAR? Okay.
Nope. It's like radar, but uses light from a laser.
Yes.
That's interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that we're having a bipedal robot that's able to move as deftly as that one does,
Yeah.
as Atlas does. So
I haven't seen that video with the overlay that said it took it 20 attempts
Yeah.
before it did it. So,
Yeah.
but
I mean, that's not bad.
It's that learning where as it learns
Mhm.
to get over it, it will just progressively be better at it.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like I said, I jokingly said that I could do it once because I'm an adult and I've learned how to walk and jump, but I'd be tired afterwards.
I would have to
He-
climb up them.
He would.
I don't think I could just like jump from leg to leg.
Yeah. Well, and we'd be limited by whatever our musculature will allow us to do.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, I guess he's limited in the same way, or whatever. It's a robot, so I guess I can't assign sex to it.
Yeah. Its name is Atlas, which is
Yeah.
a male name,
Yeah,
but it doesn't have to be.
that's right, because we live in a fluid society, right?
Damn right.
Although our ships have always been lady names.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
Fucking ships are ladies.
Way to go, feminism. You win again.
Yeah, jeez. But anyway, it's definitely an interesting leap in technology, even though, he's going to be limited by whatever his servos and things can do. But as long as those servos are moving and activating, he doesn't get tired.
Yeah,
You know, as long as he is supplied with power, it just never gets tired.
much like us.
Yeah, but I mean, we're really limited by our biometrics.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
Yeah.
An athlete, not as much.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. An athlete could do it way more times than I could.
Like, that robot now can run better than I can.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
And that
Insane.
robot tripped in snow,
Yeah.
and it would still make it further than I can. But
That's because you're smart enough to just not walk through the
yeah,
snow.
I'm smart enough to be like, no, thank
Nah,
you.
it's snowing
I know what my
outside.
body and knees can do.
Yeah.
I'll take the sidewalk. Thank you, robot. Speaking of girl power, Remington,
Yeah, that's a good segue.
researchers have produced baby mice from
Ships.
2 female mothers.
Okay, interesting. I mean, oh, that is interesting because
Wait, what? I'm confused.
the mother would have all X chromosomes.
Yep.
So that would mean, does that mean that they made a Supergirl?
No.
Oh.
They used stem cells and targeted gene editing to edit.
In a Y chromosome?
Yes. I'm going to be honest here.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure exactly how the science works.
Okay.
It was published. This study was published in a magazine called Cell Stem Cell.
Okay.
I didn't read the study because it was very long.
I'm assuming
That's-
there were a lot of big words.
That's
Yes.
fair. That's fair. I've gone through stories like that myself. I understand.
But yeah, they produced 29 live mice
Yeah.
from 210 embryos. So it's clearly not perfect.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
a great percentage shot.
No, not
But
really.
29 live mice that lived to then produce mice of their own from 2 females.
So 210
Mhm.
and 29,
Yes.
7%.
Yeah, 7% success rate.
Yeah. That's
so
pretty-
not great, but still.
Well, yeah. I
they're
mean, it's
creating
impressive.
life from 2 females through targeted gene editing and stem cells.
Yeah, that is interesting. Huh. It's weird.
The
yeah,
flip
I'd
side,
have to brush up on my biology too to actually fully wrap my head around that.
The flip side of it is they also tried it with 2 males.
Yeah.
And any baby produced from 2 males only survived a few days.
Okay, so they got Cronenberg babies.
Like David Cronenberg babies?
Yeah.
But I don't get it. What is a Cronenberg baby? Is this going to be a horrible picture? Is this like the Harlequin babies? Oh, okay.
I mean, not necessarily like an actual Cronen. I don't know if that exists. I don't think it does. If it did, they probably wouldn't call it a Cronenberg baby. But just the idea that it was, you know, a David Cronenberg-esque monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this whole thing was thanks to the Chinese Academy of Science and Professor Zhao Qi.
That's probably pretty accurate, Brandon.
Thank you.
X.
ZHOU.
Oh, okay.
Zhu. And
Yeah,
then
probably
Qi,
Zhu.
QI. Zhu Qi.
Yeah, that's a really weird, interesting story.
Yeah.
I definitely, whenever you're feeling really bored and you want to read the rest of it, maybe you can give us some insight on
Give you an update.
on the biology of it all.
You'll know when I do because I'll come in wearing a lab coat and I'll be real hottie.
A real hottie?
Yeah, just
Oh, hottie, as in HAWTY, not.
Hottie is in HAUGHTY.
Oh yeah, those
Like,
are the.
hottie.
Yeah, that's the spelling that I was looking for. Not.
Yeah. Hottie would be like a shouty.
Yeah, shouty hottie.
But a hottie.
Yeah. I'm street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. Yeet.
Yeah. Yeet. Nope.
No.
No, I don't even feel comfortable saying it. That's
Yeah.
stupid. That's stupid.
It's because you're not saying it right.
Good.
You're supposed to be
Never-
like, yeet.
No, you gotta go, yeet!
Is that really how you have to do it?
Really?
If you're throwing something, yes.
Ugh.
If
You have to put, like,
if you're throwing, why are you throwing something?
because
That's what
yeet.
yeeting is.
Is it?
It's like you're throwing something.
It comes from an old vine. I'm pretty sure this is the origin of it. If I'm not,
It
meh.
is. It comes from
Okay.
a vine.
It comes from a vine where someone hands this girl an empty can of pop, and she looks at it and she's just like, "This bitch empty, yeet," and throws it and like hits someone in the head.
What is wrong with our society?
Sometimes Remington vines bear bitter fruit.
Good God. Everybody out there, if you are saying this stupid word, stop immediately.
No,
and learn something, anything else other than that.
You just
Push
learned
it-
something. You
put-
just learned where yeet comes from.
Yeah, and I feel dumber for it.
Although I still don't know where big mood comes from. That one eludes me.
Big mood. Got a big mood going on. Big erection. What's your story, Bucky?
Well, this is
Speaking of erections,
um
you like erections, Rim?
I do. What about you, Bucky? Do you like these two erections that are sitting in front of you?
can I leave now? I feel
We're
very
a real
uncomfortable.
dickhead together.
I just locked the door with my erection. Bucky.
Oh, you didn't know Brandon's dick's prehensile.
Uh-huh. It's like a rhino lip.
It's like a Mr. Fantastic dick.
click.
like a rhino lip. That's way better than a Mr. Fantastic reference.
That's my go-to prehensile reference because rhinos have prehensile lips.
Yeah, I got it. We've killed Bucky. This is what happens when you come onto our podcast after a heart surgery, Bucky.
And that was like 3 months ago.
Right?
Coughing still hurts. Anyway.
His insides are bleeding now, everybody.
Yes.
He has a bruise on his chest.
This is kind of a downer story.
Oh, so par for course, you're ending
Yeah.
ending our podcast with a downer story. All right, Bucky, lay it on us.
This has to do with another person that Disney fired. His name is Chuck Wendig. He wrote the Star Wars Aftermath novels, and he's also been working for Marvel on a Darth Vader miniseries.
Okay.
Wrote some tweets about the Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh after he was instated,
Uh-huh.
and was kind of like, I haven't read the tweets, but it was apparently just like F you, not that, but he's basically saying fuck this guy.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't. They weren't super inflammatory, but they weren't holding back either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently that was the reason he was fired, because of that. But apparently he also wasn't in very good standing because of some other tweets that weren't really bad. It was people, his Star Wars books that he wrote, there were some LGBT characters, and there were some people who didn't like that
Yeah.
because Star Wars can't be like that for some reason.
Right.
And to all the people who were giving him shit for putting that into his books, he was basically like, hey, fuck you.
Right.
Yeah.
And probably in more words than that, but along the same lines. And so apparently that already made him not look good, and by extension, the company he worked for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Disney has always had this squeaky clean persona that it continues to try and hold on to,
mhm.
where, everything in Disneyland is hunky-dory. So you have to watch your P's and Q's when you work for Disney. That's the reason why all of these...
When you work for anyone, really, you want to be careful.
Yeah, anyone, sure, but especially...
big corporate thing that owns like most media.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
Well, not
we
just
all
that,
love.
but a company who focuses on...
Keeping a good image.
Exactly. So you're allowed to have your opinion, but the problem with that is, and the problem which we've talked about before, is the internet.
Yeah.
The internet as a whole.
Mhm.
You can say, fuck Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to have everybody agree with your opinion about it either. But if you put it out for the whole world to see on your public Twitter,
including your employer, who happens to be Disney.
Yeah. Especially if they happen to be in a right-to-work state.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I just recently went through and scrubbed my Twitter. I got back on Twitter and I went through some of my posts from like 2014 and was like, yikes.
Oh, yeah?
Let's get rid of those.
I don't know if I were to even look through my Twitter if there would be anything worth saying in my actual Twitter.
I'm actually checking because I'm curious. Because I haven't used Twitter in fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to. There's a guy on Twitter named Went who tweets stuff all the time that is really super random and hilarious.
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to be kind of like him for a while.
Yeah.
And one tweet in particular, I used a word that I don't use anymore that I read and was like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I say that? Yeah, so.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Good call.
Yeah.
Where were we at?
I don't know.
We were wrapping up talking about...
the guy who got fired because Kavanaugh tweets.
Yeah. Well,
And-
don't tweet shit.
Yeah, and really what it boils down to is this versus the Gunn thing.
Mhm.
Gunn did
James
his. Thank you for that clarification. We
Yes.
know what we're talking
Okay.
about. We'll fix it in editing.
Okay, I'm
God.
sorry. I'm dumb.
Jeez.
Okay.
Anyway.
Chewbacca?
This versus the Gunn thing. The Gunn thing was back in the past.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was more of a butthead twat burglar.
A bit of a try-hard is what you call it.
I like twat burglar.
He described
but
it as he was a provocateur.
Yeah.
Which is a nice way to say a try-hard.
And an even nicer way to say twat burglar.
A twat burglar?
Yeah.
As in one who burgles twats?
Yes.
Okay.
This is more like right in the now commentary, which, I mean, freedom of speech, etc. and so on, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, I mean, you watch your P's and Q's. Just do it.
That's my thing I have with people who yell it.
Put it on your private Facebook instead of your public Twitter.
That, and it's also like, I understand people can like dislike the public figures like that, but at the same time, it's like you don't have to just say, "Oh, I hate this person because fuck them."
Yeah,
you can have a legitimate reason for not liking them.
Yeah, which I mean, there are a lot of reasons to legitimately not like Kavanaugh.
Yeah,
the long and the short of it is well, he's in office now, so
yeah. But to my knowledge, none of his tweets had to do with a legitimate reason. It was all just like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. Anyway, long story short, watch P's and Q's online. I don't care who you are. That it will always come back to bite you in the ass if you're putting out stuff publicly. Don't be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Don't shotgun tweet. Think before you tweet. Think before you speak. This is what gets people pissy.
It happens a lot, too.
It does. It's stupid. I think through everything that I say before I say it.
Do you?
Yes.
What if you stub your toe really hard?
Yep, I think about it before. I think about it before I say expletives. Fuck. Yeah.
Will anybody hear this?
Fuck.
Yes, I do. That's why sometimes if there are children around, I go because I know it's not appropriate to say fuck around children. So that wraps us up. Thank you, Bucky, for being here.
Yep.
Glad you made it.
Yeah.
To stink up my recording room with your 10 hours of work. Hard man labor. Fucking
lifting heavy things.
Jerk.
Punching holes in metal.
I took a very long shower today.
And then got massaged. How dare you ruin my day with your body.
If I wanted to be here on time for the podcast, I didn't have time to go home and shower.
I know you didn't, but I appreciate you coming down. It was definitely better to have you here in person.
Yeah, unlike the last time where we had to do it over Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always better to be able to interact one-on-one.
Yeah, and then also, we didn't have many of the troubles like we had last time where I couldn't tell who was getting ready to say something.
Yeah.
So I would butt in.
Yeah, it's a lot easier whenever you can look at the people you're talking to.
Yeah. And thank you, Brandon, for being here.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for existing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm welcome. Mm-hmm. We're both welcome.
We're both welcome.
This is my house, and I can welcome. Nice to meet you, Bucky. I'm welcome. God, jokes. Jesus. If you have any questions or comments, or you'd like to hear yourself on air, you can call us at 978-DU Ogres. That's 978-386-4737. Did you get that the first time? You should probably slow it down and dial that number. And send us a text or send us a voicemail. It doesn't matter. We'll do any of them. We'll read it online. You can read it online. You can write your own text and then call us and read that text online if you want it.
I actually have that number in my phone as Dueling Ogres.
I don't know whether to be like...
Mainly so I don't have to type it out every time.
Oh. I mean, that's fair, I guess. Heaven forbid that we expect anybody to remember numbers anymore.
Yeah.
I finally remembered Ginger's number. Of course, it's a Georgia number, so it's weird.
Oh, yeah, she does have a weird Georgia number.
Yeah.
It took me ordering pizza like 18 times to learn my phone number.
You can also reach us on Twitter at Dueling Ogres. Email us at duelingogres@gmail.com or leave a comment on the Facebook page like some of these nice people. Brandon, go.
We have 2 comments this week.
Yes.
First one is from Viscount Terry W. Irvin II.
You think
as per usual.
You think if we skipped a week, we'd have more comments?
No.
But we don't.
No, just the 2.
Leave those comments, people.
I didn't have to comment. I came here.
Yeah, come and comment.
Just let us know you're listening, please.
Let us know you care like Terry.
He says, Brandon, if you want to feel better about the music you've been recently listening to, try a little Boxcar Willie. Winky face. I hope that Boxcar Willie is a musician of some sort. And
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Try a little Boxcar Willie. Wink. Stephen Hines and I work in the same school. The students sometimes are surprised that he and I talk about writing, share ideas, and go to a lot of the same author events. We look like an odd match in our personalities, interests. I don't think Stephen likes turtles for pets. And teaching styles are different, but we both get the job done. I guess it depends on where our tables are at the Parkersburg PopCon if you'll get a chance to see Mr. Hines and myself interact. I didn't even mention that I went to the Parkersburg PopCon last weekend.
I know. What did you weekend? Did Bucky? You didn't get a chance.
No, I had work.
Yeah, you were working and doing family things.
Yeah.
Remind me, and I'll talk about it next week.
Oh, is there enough substance there to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, then we'll address that next week.
We also got a comment from Diamond Man Stephen Hines, who says, "Don't let Viscount fool you. He considers me his arch nemesis, and I had a pet turtle for a few years until my wife got tired of cleaning the tank. P.S. I need to download that font because I can't remember shit. And I need you guys to post transcripts of Dueling Ogre shows in the font as well. P.P.S. I can see those Facebook features really backfiring and making the site useless for anything except cat videos."
Yeah.
True.
Which is fair, though. I mean, cat videos are where it's at.
P.P.P.S. I love Banksy, and his stunt was genius.
Yeah, why would anybody want a full transcript of this this train wreck of a show?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Steven, you don't want to remember everything that we talked about. It's inane bullshit at best. And at worst, a look into the psyche of two deranged individuals. Deranged and bored individuals.
That's what I get out of this podcast.
Oh, thank you guys so much for commenting. Very much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe on our website, duelingogres.com, for more articles and podcasts pertaining to some of your favorite geek news. Mandaroo released her next, I believe this was number 7.
Yes, it was.
Number 7, where she highlights the YouTuber 8-Bit Ryan, which I admittedly have never heard of or even seen.
Yeah.
So it's these little spotlights on the YouTubers are very interesting, though. It's neat to see a perspective of these bigger YouTuber names, these bigger gamer names who continue to persist in this weird world of YouTube that keeps changing, and it seems like for the worse in many cases.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember back in the day when it was all cat videos and people playing video games.
There's still a lot of cat videos, and there's definitely a lot of video games on there.
Yeah, this is true. Even some of ours. You can head over to youtube.com/duelingogres and listen to podcasts or watch me play old games.
Yeah.
Or indie games. I recently scheduled out a lot of previously released podcasts to go to the YouTube, as well as previously streamed on Twitch games. And I scheduled them out all the way up through December.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I was really bored one night. So go subscribe. When those videos go public, you'll know. And they'll show up in your thing. And ring that little bell for the notifications.
Yeah,
because that's what everybody's telling everybody on YouTube to do anyway. So just ring those bells. All the bells forever. It's going to be like fucking Christmas up in this.
Yeah.
Because the videos go through December, and hark, hear the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away.
What? Exactly.
Yeah. What?
What?
Oh, did you not know that I was in choir and I know all the words to that song?
No, I did not.
Yeah. And finally, be sure to leave us I don't know why you would, but leave us a 5-star review on iTunes, or check us out on any other place that you can download a podcast. We are literally everywhere.
Yeah. I can listen to us on my Amazon Echo.
Yeah.
I showed you, which I find amazing.
Yeah.
So you could say, hey, Alexa, play Dueling Ogres, and it'll play Dueling Ogres.
Yeah.
In fact,
although it pronounces it overs for some reason.
Hey, Alexa, play Dueling Overs.
Playing Dueling Ogres. They're playing latest episode of Dueling Ogres. Like, it hears overs, but then it plays Dueling Ogres anyway. So
yeah, well, that's good.
Have you gotten the Skyrim very special edition?
I have not yet.
I'm actually not to interrupt here. I was actually hoping that anybody who had an Alexa is now playing Dueling Ogres
Oh.
Yes.
on their Alexa as well.
You have to say play the program or play the podcast Dueling Ogres.
Hey Alexa, play the podcast Dueling Ogres.
Okay, Google, play the podcast Dueling Ogres.
Hey Siri. Rim's phone lit up.
It lit up, but it doesn't recognize Bucky's voice.
Oh.
Okay, Google, play the Dueling Ogres podcast.
All right, here's the latest episode of Dueling Ogres, episode 169. Don't sans forgetica us.
Ooh, it even pronounces the title.
Yeah.
This episode of Dueling Ogres is brought to you by
Nice.
Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
Click the banner or
Oh,
link in the
speaking of
description
Humble
below
Bundle,
to check
they actually just released a Warner Brothers bundle where they have like Batman Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Knight, along with a season pass, Shadows of Mordor, Game of the Year edition, Injustice, Scribblenauts Unlimited, and Bastion is a new bundle from Humble Bundle. The Warner Brothers Games Classics bundle is what it's called.
How much is it?
I'm glad you asked, Bucky. I will tell you.
I really need to get a gaming PC so I can actually play all these games.
These are actually available on Steam, so if you have a
Mhm, yeah.
PlayStation, you can do it through there as well.
I don't have a PlayStation yet.
For $1 or more, you can get Scribblenauts Middle Earth Shadows of Moria Game of the Year edition and Batman Arkham Origins. If you pay over $4.21, you will unlock Bastion, Mad Max, Injustice, The Incredibles, 10% off Lego, and $12 or more, you get Batman Arkham Knight and the Arkham Knight Season Pass, and some free Neverwinter add-on content, it looks like. And you can also support whatever charity they offer as well. We usually prefer Child's Play because we grew up watching Penny Arcade, and that was their charity that they started. So
Yeah.
I always like to throw back to that old ball and chain of Penny Arcade where we first started dipping our toes into the media circus,
Yeah.
making our own comics and web comics and just whatever. Yeah. So go over to Humble Bundle, check that out. Use the link in the description below, and of course, we'll get a little bit of a kickback if you want any of that. So they are a partner, and we appreciate you checking it out, at least. So that wraps us up for this week. Until next week, Ogres, keep your clubs blunt.
And your tusk sharp.
Good night. Bucky, you were a little off.
I'm sorry. I've never done this before.
It's okay. Did you feel the suspense
I felt something. It could have just been a fart. I don't know.
It could have been, or it could have been an erection. I mean, with us,
It
sitting-
definitely wasn't an
Are
erection.
you sure?
Yes, I'm 100%.
It pulled itself in like a turtle.
Two strapping men surrounding with erections doesn't give you an erection. There's
Nope.
something wrong with you. Okay.
What is he, gay?
Yeah, the sexual tension in here, you cut with a knife. I don't know how he doesn't have an erection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could cut the tension with an erection.
You're going to get a spit take out of him. It's going to be hilarious.
It would have been pointed directly at you.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. It's not the first time I've ever been covered in liquids before.
Yeah.
Sir, literally in glass.
Ugh. And I'm in your chair.
Phrasing.
No, the phrasing, I think, was exactly what he intended.
Yup.
Yeah, I know. Still.
Yeah, close that window.
I did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, brother. Holy shit, I almost ripped my vape pen right out of the computer. Oh, yeah.
Are you charging it through the computer?
Just because it was near, brother.
God, what a time to be alive.
Where you can smoke your nicotine right out of the computer.
We'll never see Remington again. It's the last thing he ever said before he left forever.
He faded into existence.
he never went down.
One eternity later.
come back through. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. There's two skeletons sitting here. All right, let's pull up a script and get this fucking monkey
Monkey spanked.
monkey spanked show on the road. What's your word, Buckster?
Unsinkable.
Unsinkable. Yes. It's a good word. It's a solid word.
Yep.
It's an unsinkable word.
Damn, that's a good word.
It is a word of words.
I was gonna give you shit, but it's it's a decent word. I was like, well,
And it has to do with one of my stories.
I guess we'll just play it Bucky's way. Okay, everybody ready?
See, everybody ready?
I gotta turn on the pizzazz.
Gotta bring the heat. Bring the heat. Looks like you just have Parkinson's.
When did Michael J. Fox get here?
I've always been here.
Can we say that?
Yeah, I mean, he knows he has Parkinson's. We know he has Parkinson's.
Yeah, but is it right?
Who cares?
Good point.
Yeah.
I'm having no part of this.
You're just saying that because you might get Parkinson's.
Yeah, probably. My hand's shaking off.
It's true, they do, but I don't think that has anything to do with Parkinson's.
No.
Probably just nerves and medications.
Probably. Well, they're not shaking now.
There's a little bit of a shudder. Right hand is pretty good, though.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right-handed. And you have...
A thumb.
Some leather from this chair.
Yeah.
So he gave me the most rotted fucking chair of all time.
That's my chair.
The most disgusting, horrible chair.
I mean, do you want to switch?
No.
This is my one from work. I preferred it.
No, I like this chair because it's got good arms.
Yeah.
It's just horrendous and disgusting. It's like I'm sitting on a rolling pile of garbage.
Just like, hey, don't call me that.
You're just you're just saying that because that's a chair that I masturbate in constantly.
Oh, it is your computer chair.
Yeah.
Do you feel unclean now?
This is the 21st century. I masturbate in my bed on my phone.
With your phone or on your phone?
Both.
He lays on top of his phone and then masturbates.
Yeah. Just rub the head of my dick across the screen.
Ginger, call me again.
Oh, yeah. Channel
Boss
Nass, yeah. Hang on, it just dripped down my chest.
Yeah, I can see it still dripping off of your beard. Just wipe it on your shirt, huh?
Yeah. It's diet. It doesn't get sticky. I have a hole in my lip. I almost cut my lip on the little opening tab.
So that's what Rem's been up to.
It's been a rough day.
And then I got here.
Sody pop, sody pop, oh, sody pop. Wait. Boom, 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 boom. It's the best I could do with it.
That jingle's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the fucking week.
Good.
now.
Fuck you. Sorry. Something bit me.
It was me. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Now you're going to be aware, Bucky.
Oh, man.
A buckpire.
So that means I'm going to have an affinity for welding and be super annoying.
Super adorable.
Oh, yeah.
You changed it.
Oh,
fuck. I didn't almost just spill water. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you see what I had to go through every week. You sit in the shit chair.
Welcome to the shit chair.
My
on the
ass
shit
hurts.
show.
Yeah. All right.
Shit.
We got one final story here because
Yeah.
that's all I got as far as stories go.